Welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're gonna be expanding the stock analysis agent and adding a chat functionality to it. Also, we're gonna refine the app a bit more, breaking it up and making it so we can expand it further in the future. If you've watched the previous video, I'm gonna skip over a few things. I would recommend going back and watching that. How the app works, let's do a little walkthrough. You pick the type of financial report you want to do, either yearly or quarterly, and you click and analyze. Then it pulls all the information from Y Finance. Takes a bit of time because it's actually analyzing it using a LLM. And we have a plot, some basic information, a chat box. Then we have our financials, our analysis. This is written by the LLM. And the recommendations also by the LLM. We can also go into a bit more detail by asking questions directly using this chatbot. We can ask what is the price, and then we can also go into more detail about the trading strategy. This will take a bit longer to run, but it's gonna dive into the trading strategy and give some examples. This allows you to chat with the results rather than just getting hard-coded results, or not exactly hard-coded, but a strict analysis based off of our prompts. Then you can clear the chat and switch to yearly. You also have this log, which has check marks, and then the full session state for debugging purposes. You can also add different tickers like copy and run it for Apple. Apple does take a bit of time to run. I'm using GPT OSS 20 billion. If you want it to run faster, I would recommend using an API or a smaller model. That is it though. Let's actually start working on the code now. Zoom in here, then run it, doing Streamlit run, and then the app name, so stock app chat. The first thing we're gonna do is do our imports, load our environment variables, set our Olama base URL and our model, create our LLM. Next is the first step where we're gonna fetch the stock price. Here we added a few more things. We added some more of these ratios and market cap, things like that, to the return to get a bit more information, like target mean price. This is basically the same as our previous one. We can save that and move down.
Then we can do get recent data. This just gets the most recent data and checks if the data frame is empty. It uses a dictionary comprehension to map specific rows to their latest values. Here we're just going through and grabbing the most recent value. After getting that ticker data, we're going to get the financial statements. We're going to do either quarterly, and by default it'll be yearly. Then we'll get the stock quarterly balance, income statement, and cash flow for each one, and save them to the structure. After getting the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow, we're gonna define which line items we want to add to our analysis. You can dive deeper into each one of these and pick out which ones you want to give to your LLM to use in their analysis. This allows you to customize it a bit. Then we're going to return the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow for the period using that helper function up here to get the most recent data for the balance sheet and balance sheet items. Moving down, we're now going to start working on our LangGraph state and nodes. The first thing is we're going to create our initial state and the state that we pass between each node. This state is going to have the ticker, the period, price data, financial data, analysis, recommendation, and messages. After creating the agent state, we're then going to create a method called fetch data node. This fetches all the required stock data. We grab the ticker from the state and the period, then we do fetch stock price, and then fetch financial statements for the period. Also, we append the message, fetch data from ticker, and return the state. I'm gonna move through these next few pretty quick because this is the exact same as our previous video. We have our price data and our financial data. And here we're going to create a prompt. I refined the prompt a bit more, added a bit more data to it. Then we're going to invoke using LLM invoke, pass it the prompt, grab the content, which is going to go into the analysis. And then the message is just going to be this check mark to know how far along in the graph we are. Then we have the recommendation node. The recommendation node has another prompt. We do the analysis. From there, we create recommendations. We're going to set the state recommendation to LLM invoke and grab the content. And then the message is going to be another status message, generated recommendations, return the state again. After creating all of our nodes, we're going to create our actual graph. The graph is going to start with a workflow set equal to the state graph. We're going to pass it our initial state. We're going to add a few nodes. We're going to add the fetch data node, analyze financials node, and generate recommendations node. After creating all the nodes, we're then going to show the sequence of the node. The entry point is going to be fetch data. Then fetch data is going to go to analyze financials. Generate recommendations is going to go to end. And we're going to return the compiled graph. That is it for all the graph information. Now we're going to start creating our user interface. The first two methods we have is set up the page. Let's go all the way down to the bottom actually, so we can see this start to render as we go through here. Let's go to the main method down at the bottom and actually paste in the main method information. What the main method does is call setup page and then initialize the session state, renders the sidebar, grabs all the settings from the sidebar, ticker, period, and analyze button. Then if the analyze button is clicked, we run the analysis. We also have this display analysis and render chat set to only be visible once the analysis is actually run. Let's move back up. The run analysis starts out with a spinner. If you just run this, you can see the spinner running right there. We then create an initial state. After creating the initial state, we then create a stock analysis graph, set the results equal to graph.invoke and pass it the initial state. After getting the results, we're then gonna set the state variable, analyze results, set equal to results, and state variable chat history is gonna be set to empty. Next up, we have the render price tab. This tab is the first tab we have. You can see it right here where we have the PE ratio in those three columns. And then we have another three columns below that with the price previous close and current close. We also print a line chart at the very bottom with the price history with a height of 300. Moving down a bit more, we're gonna add the financial tab. The financial tab has another three columns with the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. Next up, we have display analysis. Now this is gonna render everything for us. Here you can see we have the price data and the financial with the analysis and the recommendation. Right here, we're rendering the tab 1, tab 2, tab 3 is the financial analysis, and then tab 4 is the recommendations. After displaying the analysis, we're going to render the chat. To do this, we're going to check if the chat history is set. If it's not, we'll set it to an empty list. Then we'll iterate over the messages in the chat history and display them on the screen. We're going to check if the prompt is set. After that, we're going to set a input handler. Once a chat input is inputted, we're going to use session state, chat history, append role user content prompt. After printing the user message, we're then going to do the same thing, but with assistant. Grab a bunch of context for the assistant to use. We're going to compile the chat history into that context to give the agent a bit of memory. This is a pretty easy way to do it, but if you start having a pretty long chat, you might run out of context. A better way to do this might be keep the first
message and the last 4 messages in the chat. That is a pretty good way to keep the best context. Here we're just keeping it all, so if you have a long chat, you might run out. After creating that history, we're then going to create a LLM and invoke off of it with the context set to the context, the history set to the history, and the prompt set to the prompt. Getting the response content, we're going to print that as a markdown within this assistant message. Finally, we're going to append that to the chat history with the role assistant and content as the response. So here we have everything done now, and let's analyze a result. It's analyzing, see the financials, analysis, then recommendation. Now let's just ask it what the stock price is again. It should be current price. Yep. And then let's ask it, should I buy or not? Analyzing. The should I buy or not gives us a no, you should not buy Intel, and gives a bunch of information on why you should not. And a little bit of a bottom line. This is extremely useful when I'm researching stocks. I will just put them in here and analyze it. I normally do quarterly, analyze it, and then have a little chat with it. Let me know if you want me to add anything else to this. One thing I really want to try to add to this is stock news, to allow some sentiment analysis to happen and get the most recent news and pass that in for the analysis and recommendations, and allow you to also chat with the most recent news. If you have any other ideas that you would like me to add to this, please comment down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time.